BBB stays hush about his mysterious technique to bring down Dmitry Bivol in their impending conflict. Bivol is set to guard the WBA title he guaranteed in 2017, while Shabiev brings his IBUF, WBC, and WBO belts to the line in the profoundly expected four-crown confrontation occurring during the Riyadh season opening ceremony. The two contenders enter the enthusiastically anticipated standoff with faultless records, should be remaining at 20, while Ball knew off his June win against Malik Zad stays undefeated at 230 as BV prepares to stake everything on the line against Bivol. He is playing it near the vest. He said, in the entirety of my past battles, I have never uncovered these things. For what reason do I want to let you know these things now? Everyone asks this. It is a little confidential in our group. We have a few unique situations to do and to plan for. He further added, we are thinking about the way things will go at the outset, the center, and the finish of the battle. We generally attempt to examine various situations. Get ready for various situations, yet we never tell writers. We will keep calm too. I need to win the battle. Yes, yet don't let anybody know when. Somebody junks talk. I simply grin. Beterbiev, undefeated in each of the 20 sessions by knockout, means to broaden his ideal streak with another dangerous presentation this Saturday. BB cares very little about in a verbal quarrel, regardless of whether the two are supposed to exchange blows. Over the course of the end of the week, I have never done waste talk in my boxing vocation, and I would rather not start now. You realize, should be have added. He further added, it isn't my style. Perhaps it comes from when I was a novice. Since I recollect when I was a beginner, there was a period where the lead trainer of the public group wouldn't allow us to do interviews after a battle. They didn't believe we should chat with the columnists during the competition. After the competition, yes. Yet not during the competition. Perhaps it comes from that point. I don't realize I comprehend it as really great for promotion. And all that our visit better is a residing demonstration of what's conceivable when you refine your capacities to their pinnacle. The Russian-Canadian force to be reckoned with has cut a flawless way in the boxing scene. His honors say a lot: a novice world title, an undefeated expert record, and 3 title belts at light heavyweight. And his process is a long way from being done. However, he's the one lolling at the center of attention. Decorated with popularity and gold, his prosperity is a long way from an independent exertion. Behind him stands a devoted group, his mentor and his cornermen, who merit equivalent recognition in the event that you're interested about how this aggregate exertion molded a furious fighter from Cuss of York. Continue to look to uncover the full story at 39. Beterbiev communicates profound appreciation for the direction of his coach, Imprint Ramsey. Under Ramsey's mentorship, BBB has leveled up his abilities, embraced a forceful, strong battling style that has moved him to uncommon outcome in the ring. Ramsey's process in boxing started as a beginner before he changed to training in 1995. His ascent to conspicuousness was set apart by his job with a Canadian public group somewhere in the range of 2000 and 2004, and again in 2010, where he assumed a significant part in Jean Pascal's excursion to the Athens Olympic Games, and later to the WBC light heavyweight title. Anyway, it is his organization with Beterbiev that genuinely hardened Ramsey's status as a prestigious figure in the boxing scene. Ramsey has communicated only deference for his star student Beterbiev. Pondering Beterbiev's triumph in 2017 when he secured the IBUF title, Ramsey noticed his discipline is momentous. When now is the right time to prepare, he prepares. It's not sorcery that he has turned into a best on the planet. This person's extraordinary, each and everything he does in his day-to-day existence. It's for his confining profession, all that he puts his mouth, the hours he rests. He's consistently looking good, yet Ramsey isn't the only one in his undertaking. He got his PhD in actual schooling from the regarded College of Actual Schooling in Warsaw, known for its outstanding projects with a deep-rooted obligation to elite execution sports. Kulisa has progressed to sustaining and directing the cutting edge. Through educating and instructing throughout the long term, he plays had a critical impact in progress of various competitors at the Olympic and proficient levels, tutoring remarkable figures. For example, Eric Lucas, Lucien Yet, Leonard Duran, Yakim Alini, and Otis Award. Honor wears numerous caps as the proprietor of an exercise center, a coach, a chief, and the president of Opponent Boxing Gear. His broad vocation as an expert has permitted him to team up with striking figures in the realm of expert boxing, including champions like Deontay More Out of Control, Vasyl Lomachenko, and Alexander Usyk. Shabiev trains at rival Enclosing Gears Rec Center Montreal, where he gets support from his long-lasting group of Amber Khaliza and Ramsey together, they are calibrating his abilities in anticipation of his forthcoming session against Dmitry Bivol on October 12th at Realm Arn. This firm gathering has worked close by Bab for quite a long time, and he puts his total confidence in their experiences preparing strategies, a procedure as he plans to turn into the main undisputed light heavyweight boss of the four-belt period. The undefeated pair is hailed as two of the best pound-for-pound warriors universally, yet they feature differentiating approaches in the ring. Beterbiev is praised for his staggering knockout capacity, while Bivol is known for his balanced and flexible expertise. Put it as I did everything squarely in my life, since this is my objective. This is my fantasy, and the fantasy could materialize. Obviously, it will show me that I was doing right, Val told Sky Sports. He further added centrally, I understand my potential. I have an arrangement I need to arrive at this objective. In every last bit of it, that individuals will remember me, individuals will recall me. I will get a few belts. It's simply a reward. This is the two best light heavyweight contenders on the planet. It's the undisputed battle, and it's two different boxing styles. Two people that don't have the foggiest idea what a misfortune is. Bivol later said this battle would be on my list of things to get to observe. All undisputed battles I need to watch, since it leaves a mark on the world. We have a ton of big showdown battles, yet undisputed battles we could depend on our two hands. Matthew Macklin, a savant on Sky Sports, figures Beterbiev will overcome Bivol in view of his predominant strength. McClin told Sky Sports News, everybody I address, they all say, who are you picking? And I say should be of, yet they all say knows. It's Bivol the entire day. I thoroughly get it. You can present areas of strength for either for me. I think Beterbiev with 20 knockouts. He's not only an enormous puncher, he's an excellent contender. Ring general removes the ring. He further added, he will be an extreme man to keep off for 12 rounds. Ball is an expert fighter. Extraordinary feet in and out, yet might he at any point do it for the full 12 rounds against BBV? Assuming he does, I'll be that principal man to shake his hand. He's an expert fighter and has extraordinary feet. Val brags an unsullied record, 23 successes in his expert vocation, with his most recognized try happening in 2022 against the considerable Saul Canelo Alvarez. Prestigious for his knockout influence, McClin added, some of the time he keeps it very fundamental, yet he does it magnificently. You will copy up a ton of anxious energy while you're confronting a puncher like BBV, who's so great with his feet. He doesn't overcommit where you can tie him up. He keeps that ideal distance where you're continually under danger, continually responding, and he's not excessively far away where he can in any case jump on you. So I would go with should be of, yet I know many individuals I regard are picking Bivol. This matchup guarantees a legendary confrontation as well as crown one of them as the undisputed boss. In the midst of the expectation hypothesis is whirling about an expected rematch with previous undisputed super middleweight champion Canelo Alvarez. Cinnamon, as of late, gotten a conclusive consistent choice triumph against previous strong competitor Edgar Berlanga on September 14th. On that very day, it arose that Canelo is looking at a rematch with Ball, probably planned for May 2025, dependent upon his prosperity against BBVA on October 12th. In a new discussion with Battle Center Television, Ball demonstrated that the possibility of a rematch is as of now not on the table. In a new meeting, correspondent asked about Dmitry Bivol future desires after possibly getting every one of the titles in the 175B classification. The conversation normally went to a potential rematch with Canelo Alvarez, who has communicated revenue in testing him by Bivol anyway stayed zeroed in his forthcoming battle, saying, I don't think about Canelo in light of the fact that I have my battle prominent. Following Ball's victory over Canelo Alvarez in 2022, there were discussed as a potential rematch. Yet those plans at last fell through. Canelo highlighted different explanations behind his exhibition. In that match, quite a wrist injury he had experienced preceding confronting Bivol. He consequently went through a medical procedure after his third experience with Gennady Golovkin, which denoted the start of an effective run, with 3 straight triumphs following the deferment be unveiled that he had been expecting. Rematch with Canelo, yet had in the long run become exhausted of the absence of activity about Canelo. We had / long-term holding up. Does he need to battle, or he would rather not battle? It was just discussions and nothing activities, nothing, any exchanges whatsoever. It's a nearby subject. Ball told the columnist. Still, Bivol didn't totally preclude the chance of confronting Canelo again, adding, I'm occupied now with the Beterbiev, and we will witness what will. Meanwhile, Bivol has revealed who of Beterbiev and Canelo he accepts to be the more impressive rival. In January of this current year, Bivol plunked down for a meeting with Matchroom Boxing where he transparently contrasted his next challenger with his past enemy, Canelo Alvarez. He made sense of for be straightforward. I accept this is the hardest test. Why? Since he's more grounded, I know he's truly more grounded than Canelo. The undefeated Russian contender featured that while BBV habitually gets honors for his knockout influence, his wonderful strategy is in many cases misjudged. This mix improves BF, an imposing rival, as well as a profoundly flexible one. Stunningly, he flaunts faultless 100% knockout rate, having stunned top-level adversaries, for example, Joe Smith Jr. and Anthony Yard. A critical wellspring of hostile to expectation for this matchup lies in the conflict of Beterbiev strong, forceful methodology with Bivol's deft footwork. This difference has cemented the two contenders' positions at the zenith of the light heavyweight division. The initial time will ring with high stakes, as both Beterbiev and Bivol put their unbeaten records at risk. BBV specifically means to keep up with his perfect knockout record while going head-to-head against an impressive adversary. Previous WBC light heavyweight champion Alexander Gusick, who confronted Beterbiev in 2019, offered a crucial recommendation to Bal as he gets ready for the main battle of his profession. Avoid the unstable influence that lives in the bound-together light heavyweight champions. Clench hands, Gusick told Cycle 8 Boxing. Don't allow him to punch you and work your posterior hard, taken off in light of the fact that it's anything but really smart to remain against the ropes against him. A long time back, Gusick confronted BBV in Philadelphia, where he battled as the battle advanced in an unequivocal cycle. 10 BBV sent him to the material multiple times, eventually prompting the ref, ending the match. Beterbiev plans to convey an exhibition similar to his past victories when he faces Ball in an exceptionally expected standoff. This match best a noteworthy undercard that incorporates an English heavyweight title rematch between Fabio Wardley and Fraser Clark.